Well, hello! Welcome to Nutrition Dance Kitchen, week 23. I'm Sissy Delfano. I am a weight loss management specialist and a health coach. And it's my goal this year to do one video a week to show you how to prepare a nutritionally balanced meal along with getting some healthy movement in to hopefully inspire you to live a healthy lifestyle. So today we're going to be making Greek chicken burgers with tzatziki sauce. And if you guys have watched the previous 22 weeks, you know I'm really not a big fan of a lot of ingredients. I like it quick and easy. This one has quite a few ingredients, okay? So I'm just gonna throw that out there, give you a forewarning. So what I want to do first is I'm going to do the sauce, the tzatziki sauce. Okay, and this one's very simple. You just use a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt. And I'm going to put this together for you guys, and then I'm going to cook the burgers after the video, and I'll post a picture of the burger. I have had this before and it's delicious. So this is one of the ingredients that I don't mind, or one of the recipes that I don't mind making, although it does have quite a few ingredients. But it's so good, it's so delicious, and it's so nutritious. And of course, it's a much healthier option than a regular burger. So we have a cup of the non-fat Greek yogurt right here. And I'm going to stick this in the bowl. And some of this prep work I went ahead and did before the video, so the video won't be too terribly crazy long. So the next thing you want to do is you have a cucumber, right? And it calls for one small cucumber. So I went ahead and sliced the cucumber, and half of it is going to go in the tzatziki sauce dip, okay? So I'm going to put that in there. And then the other half you just slice, and then you're going to use those for the burgers. So I have those set to the side. And then the next ingredient is a half a tablespoon of fresh chopped mint. So, and then a tablespoon of fresh dill. So I went ahead and I chopped up the mint and the dill, and I have them together here in this bowl. So I'm just going to toss these in here. Okay? And then the next ingredient is a half a tablespoon of lemon juice. So I purchased a lemon and I just squeezed a half a tablespoon of juice out. So I'm going to pour that right in here. And then the next ingredient is 1 clove of garlic. So I have I know the last time I showed you guys the paste. Well, for this recipe, I went ahead and bought the fresh garlic. So I'm going to, I already prepared it for the recipe. So I have it here on my cutting board, and I'm just going to toss that in there. Okay, and then you just blend this all together. This is going to be your tzatziki sauce for the burgers. This stuff is delicious. If you've ever had like a Greek gyro or just been to like a Greek restaurant, you know this tzatziki sauce is famous. It is so yummy. And this is a healthier alternative than the ones that they serve in the restaurant. So this is made with the Greek yogurt, and like I said, oh, it's so good. I've had this before. Okay, so you just blend it up, okay, and I'm going to set it to the side. You can stick it in the refrigerator to keep it cold, whatever. And then I have the ingredients for the chicken burgers right here. So I'm going to do a quick switcheroo on these ingredients. So get these out of the way so I can show you the burgers. Are you guys having a great week so far? It's been so hot here in Florida. Oh my goodness. And so dry. We've had a lot of fires. It's pretty crazy. But today, thank the Lord, the rain came. And it's cooling it off a bit. And it's making my grass look better. So that's always a good thing. Alright, so I'm going to get these ingredients out so I can show you the ingredients. And again, I prepared this in advance, so it's not going to take a lot of time on the video. But I wanted to show you what all it calls for. And like I said, this is so delicious. And normally I'm not a big fan of a lot of ingredients because I don't like spending a whole lot of time in the kitchen. But this recipe I feel like is worth it. So, yummy, yummy, yummy. Okay, so for the chicken burgers, it calls for 2 ounces of reduced fat feta cheese. So I have the feta cheese here, and I've already put the 2 ounces in my little bowl right here. And then it calls for 1 egg. So I'm going to go ahead and break the egg in the bowl. Voila. I should have went ahead and put my gloves on before I started messing with this. Okay, and then it calls for a cup of fresh spinach. So I have the spinach right here, and I've already chopped it up into smaller pieces, because remember, this is going to go in the burger mixture, or this is the burger mixture actually. So I cut the spinach into smaller pieces for the burgers. So I'm going to toss the cup of spinach in here. Okay, and then 10 chopped and pitted Kalamata olives. So here's the pitted Kalamata olives, and I already took out 10 and chopped them up. So I'm going to throw that in the mixing bowl. Got it. And then the next ingredient calls for 1 teaspoon of oregano. A teaspoon of oregano. So I have my little handy dandy, I love this thing. It has, I use it every week, but you guys know it has like 4 different measuring capacities on it. So I use this a lot. So that is the teaspoon of oregano. And then we need a tablespoon of cornstarch. So now I get the tablespoon side, and I got a tablespoon of cornstarch. All right, and then 2 cloves of garlic, which I've already minced up. And I have them here on this little plate. So I'm going to toss that in there. And I'll tell you about the tomatoes in a minute. That comes at the end. Okay, and then a half a teaspoon of salt, which I brought the salt out, but you know, you guys, I don't use the salt. And then it calls for a 1/4 teaspoon of pepper. So I'm going to eyeball the pepper. Okay, and then 1 pound of lean ground chicken. So I got the ground chicken breast, and this is like 98% fat free. So that's the chicken that I'm going to be using. And then we put this in here. And this should make 4 patties. So once I get the chicken in here, then we're going to mix it all together and form this into patties. And I'm going to save this so I can put the patties back on here. Alright, so you just kind of toss it together so all the ingredients get blended pretty nicely. And then we're going to form it into 4 burgers. And again, this is Greek chicken burgers with the tzatziki sauce. So the recipe that I'm going to post, I'll post a recipe at the end. It calls to grill it outside, of course. We don't have an inside grill. So since it's pouring down rain today, I'm just going to cook these on the skillet, on the stove. But then once you cook them, you're going to wrap them in the lettuce leaves. And you have sliced tomatoes. And remember those sliced cucumbers that I did earlier. So you're going to have the lettuce leaf, the chicken burger, the sliced tomato, the sliced cucumber, and then you drizzle that tzatziki sauce on it. And it's amazing. Dinner's ready. So awesome. So awesome, so yummy, so healthy, high protein, low fat. Loaded with vitamins and minerals. It's going to make your body feel good. So don't forget, you guys, like and share the video. Next week we have another drawing for an Amazon gift card. So whoever likes and shares 23, 22, and 21, weeks 23, 22, and 21, your name is going to be entered into the drawing. So what I mean by that is, okay, let's say you share week 23, then your name will get entered 1 time, okay? If you share weeks 21, 22, and 23, then your name gets entered 3 times. So, the more you like and share, the better chances you have of winning that Amazon gift card. So make sure you like and share. And next week on week 24, I'm going to do another drawing for an Amazon gift card. So there we go. We have the 4 burger patties ready to go on the skillet. I'm going to put them on the skillet. And then once they're done, I'll post a picture when I have it all ready with the lettuce leaves, the tomato, the cucumbers, the tzatziki sauce, to show you what the finished product looks like. So I hope that you try this recipe. It's amazing. It's super yummy. And you guys know I always like to leave you with a little bit of value. And today I wanted to talk about, I get asked a lot, how do I stay motivated? You know, Sissy, how do you stay motivated all the time? Well, the honest to God answer is I don't. You know, I'm human, just like you know. I make excuses, you know. I have my days, I have my moments. But the one thing that I do that kind of turns it around, so to speak, is I take a moment to reflect on how, because it's been almost 6 years now that I have been at a healthy weight. And prior to that, all I knew was being overweight, okay? So I was always, you know, like 70 to 130 pounds overweight. Crazy, right? So, you know, I think back to how I felt then. I think back to the lack of confidence. I think back to, you know, comments that were made. I also reflect on loved ones in my family that have passed on, that, you know, I saw what they went through, you know, in their health. And a lot of it was due to obesity-related illnesses. So, you know, those are the things that keep me on the path, that keep me fighting. You know, I'm not going to tell you that every day I'm perfect, because Lord knows I am not. I have my shortcomings just like we all do. However, every day I reflect on why I wanted to get healthy in the first place. And that's really one of the things that keep me going, and also building those habits, because you're not always going to be motivated. But if you are disciplined in your habits, then you don't have to rely on motivation as much, because you're disciplined in your habits. So that's one of the amazing learnings that I have taken away from the program that helped me lose my weight, you know, and I also coach that program because I believe in it so much. So if you would like help with your health, please reach out. You know, I would love to work with you, and we have a system that truly helps with long-term success. It gives you the tools that you need, but of course it's up to you. It's up to you what you do with it. So, so that's kind of like my value for today. I'm not always motivated. I'm disciplined. And I take the time to reflect on why I wanted to get healthy in the first place. So I hope you guys have an amazing week. You can do it. It's worth it. It's worth living a quality of life, a long life, to be able to do the fun things that you want to do, you know? So instead of not feeling good all the time. So I'm going to dance it out. Have an amazing week. I'll see you next week for week 24 and the Amazon gift card drawing. Love you guys. Good luck. Be happy. One more time.